Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on some interesting update. We start with this report claiming that manager Xavi is set to drop Barca captain Sergio Busquets for Villarreal clash on Thursday after his terrible Clasico display. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about this injury update, as it has been reported that Barcelona trio including Hector Bellerin is still sidelined for Villarreal clash, won't be available. So guys, before we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. It's safe to say that Sergio Busquets' struggles in a Barcelona shirt have been evident, more so than ever this season. In Barca's 3-1 defeat yesterday against Real Madrid, especially, the veteran midfielder was far from his best, very far. For Karim Benzema's opener, the World Cup winner was unable to stop Toni Kroos in his tracks, who slipped in a pass for Vinicius Jr., whose initial shot led to Karim Benzema scoring the rebound. Many have been suggested that the World Cup winner was out of position for Los Blancos in the second goal, as Fede Valverde was given the license to strike the ball from outside the box, as he was nowhere to be seen to mop things up. After a culmination of poor showings, Sergio Busquets is set not to be Xavi's first choice defensive midfielder, with Frenkie de Jong behind handed the responsibility instead, as per journalist Xavi Miguel. The 34-year-old was especially dreadful in Barcelona's 3-3 draw against Inter Milan as well recently, which gave the manager no choice but to look for alternatives to play the role for the present and also for the future. On the contrary, Frenkie de Jong was perhaps his side's finest player against the Italian side when he replaced Busquets off the bench. The Dutch international's ability to drive from deep and cover significantly more yards while also being an elite technician makes him the ideal player in the squad to operate as the number 6. Considering there is plenty of speculation around Busquets leaving the Camp Nou next at the end of the season, Xavi may well place to find a succession plan for the time being. If Frenkie de Jong fails to be the apt successor, the club legend will realize that the answer lies in the summer transfer window. I don't think there have ever been a moment when a club captain in Barca have been criticized like now, as Busquets, our club captain, has been the scapegoat for our last 2 matches, which ended so disappointingly for us. Busquets is not the Busquets in the past, and from his latest showings in recent games, it is very clear as daylight. Xavi needs to see with his eyes that Busquets will just bring him down. But he's so stubborn to see that. That's just my problem. It is something to be angry about. You know, Busquets is very slow. Busquets is not the Busquets that we used to know. Age is catching up on him. But still yet, we have a manager in Xavi who thinks that Busquets will start every game. I thought that the game against Inter Milan would even teach him a lesson, but it seems as though Xavi never wants to listen to anybody. He still went ahead, put the Busquets again in the game against Real Madrid yesterday. So it's just so terrible. So we play against Villarreal on Thursday, and getting this report now saying that Xavi is likely to bench Busquets in that game, then that's nice to hear. That means he's slowly knowing, or he's trying to realize the truth about Busquets, because fans are not happy. He himself needs to know that they are not happy. The Barca board, Laporta, is not happy. We saw with the money that they have spent, everything, the risk to finance the squad, bring in very good players. Do you think the board will not accept such a season if we continue in this manner? Because of some crazy choice that Xavi is making, maybe putting Busquets and all the time and so on and so forth. So against Villarreal, and I think fans will be so disappointed if they see Busquets starting. But now having Miguel, the Spanish journalist, is claiming that Xavi is set to drop the Barca captain for that clash after that terrible Clasico defeat, his performance, and also his poor performance against Inter Milan last Wednesday. So let's see how it's going to look like. We need to really pick up. It's been a disappointing few days, or let me say 1 week for us. You know, disappointment upon disappointment. Our players have just been ghosted. Lewandowski have been playing as if he's not the Lewandowski in the past because there's no service, by the way. Players have been playing subpar, like below standards. This is not what we were expecting. I think heading into this season, one thing that I think fans are so worried about is the fact that we were expecting too much, because the squad was good. When Xavi was talking every time about squad depth, Laporta said, "All right, you're talking about squad depth, then good and fine." Barca went to the market, 2 players per position, not just 2 players, but 2 quality players per position. So I don't think that just 4 injuries, you can draw conclusions that yes, because of 4 injuries that we have, we can't win a team, we can't play well. So I think the manager has a lot of thinking to do, you know. So let's see how it's going to look like moving forward. Then on to the final story of discussion. In another blow for FC Barcelona amidst the massive fixture congestion, it's been confirmed by Dario AS that none of the injured players will recover in time to face Villarreal on Thursday, October 20. Barcelona welcomes Jules Koundé back in the starting 11 against Real Madrid, but defense remained a massive worry as the team conceded 3 goals during the game. As it turns out, the defenders missing the fixtures were Andres Christensen and Hector Bellerin. First up, Christensen suffered a strained ankle during the 1-0 defeat at hands of Inter in the Champions League earlier this month, and he's only expected to be back against Bayern Munich in Barcelona's penultimate game of the Champions League. As for Bellerin, the former Arsenal fullback hasn't appeared for the team since playing 31 minutes against Elche on September 17. Initial reports regarding Bellerin suggested that he was targeting a return against Villarreal, but this has been pushed back on Sunday, October 23rd, when Barcelona hosts Athletic Club. It must be remembered that the Spanish international noticed some discomfort in his left leg during a regular training session 10 days after the Elche clash. Barcelona eventually went on to confirm that it would take him at least 3 to 4 weeks to recover. Similarly, Barcelona haven't had the services of a certain Memphis Depay as well. The Netherlands international added to Barcelona's growing list of injury problems after being taken off in the second half of the Netherlands Nations League game against Poland on September 22. The former Manchester United and Lyon forward hasn't appeared for Barcelona since, interestingly enough, Depay too was expected to recover before the Villarreal clash, but the team will now have to wait for a little more time. For now, Xavi will want to recover his troops from the Real Madrid defeat and look forward to Villarreal clash with everything he has at his disposal. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.